Ladies and gentlemen, we're still right here. It's Tim the King, the only Tro, and Alison the model.
The model.
Yes. So yes, we're still getting to know Alison and talking a little more about her life as a model, as a trainer and the drum majorate, a student who's going to be a scientist, student leadership, and all of these things. So tell us about what you're studying to be a scientist.
Okay, like as I said, I'm an undergraduate at Health Sciences University. So I'm studying Bachelor of Science in Physical Sciences.
Okay.
Meaning, yeah, in future I'll be a physicist.
Yes.
Yeah, such things.
The kid is really focused, man. And then what else do you do aside from studying at the university? You told us you're involved with the student leadership.
Yeah, true. Okay, guys, we know you can't just be a student. I mean, school is depressing. There's a lot, Jay, in studies and everything. So what happened is that at school there are politics. Yes, there are politics. So I'm one of the members of NC Youth League and SMU.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your role within that?
Okay, so this year I was the head of campaigns.
Okay.
Yeah, during the elections, and yeah.
So that means that you're the person at the forefront of the campaign saying,
Facts. These people must vote for the most vibrant organization at school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What activities do you do? To invite more people to vote for you?
Yeah, as the campaign,
the
head of campaign, what exactly is it?
Okay, I normally say everything starts from the bottom, right? So my duty wasn't just like a lot of things, no. Like, okay, as the organization have been working ever since like from January, and they've been doing a lot of things. So my duty was just to remind students, guys, this is what NC League did for the school. So please do the right thing and vote for NC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you came up with some drum dance.
No, you can't do that, guys. Like one thing that I will tell you, action speaks louder than words. Yes. I mean, students know through the journey what have been happening, right? So I can't just come at last minute and say, guys, we did this and this and this, please vote for us. No, students know. So this was just a reminder, guys. Remember, we did this, and please do the right choice and vote for us.
You know, what I like is how you continuously emphasize on voting for you guys as the right thing.
Yes,
do the right thing, guys. Vote for us.
Guys, like I normally say, we must be responsible. So yeah, we have to vote for the right organization, because at the end we will suffer. I mean, the people that we've been voting for this year are going to lead us from now up until next year when we vote for yes. Yeah. So imagine you didn't vote, and then the person who wins, I'm not saying rich, guys, but imagine you vote for a person and then that person is not for students.
They don't deliver on their promises and stuff.
So
Okay. So like, I'm still blown away as to how many things you do.
The girl is focused.
Yes, I'm a jack of all trades. I go everywhere. I like exploring, guys. That's me. I like exploring.
Yeah, no, the girl is really focused. And then So what made you want to be involved with the ANC Youth League?
Okay, when I arrived at school, like Hoto Hahai, they tell you, please study, go and study, don't focus on other things and everything. Okay, that's what I did on my first year, and I saw, guys, it was difficult. It's very difficult. Like being on your own, it's very difficult. Starting with the issue of races, like I was suffering, finding a race, and because I didn't know there are student leaders, there are leaderships at school who assist students with such things. Up until I did my second year, and I was just about checking the situation. And I just said, no, man. Let me check NC Liquor. What's going on? Come on, seeing the way they're so vibrant at school. Starting with registration, like they assist students with registrations and everything. So yeah, I started joining when I was doing my second year. I was just just observing what's going on here. Do I fit here or what? Because now I move with people who move, guys. That's one thing about me. I move with people who move. So yeah, fortunate enough, it was a best organization at school that I've seen so far. Yeah, that is for students, obviously.
Sure.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how I got into NC.
Don't they bully you? Like you are so small. You are a woman. It's politics.
Okay, like Maya Angelou once said, I'm a woman phenomenal woman. That's me. That's a quote that I always talk about when I'm about to talk about women.
Of course.
So we know how women have always been leaders, be it at home, at work, or in a place where men dominate and everything. So being part of an NC Youth League member, they don't judge you based on your gender. Okay, this one is a female, this one is still a second year student, this one is still a first year student. No, what they do is that those who have been, they groom. I mean, I'm still doing third year, but I was the head of campaigns. So what happens is they give everyone a chance to prove him or herself. So yeah, that's NC Youth League.
That is beautiful. Alright, so they're grooming everybody to be a leader.
Facts.
That is lovely. Alright. And then so now let's give attention to the people that are watching out there. And now I'm out there and I'm young and I'm listening to Alison the model talking about how she came about to be a model and all of these things. So what advice would you give to such a person about pageants? Being a model.
Pageants. Are you specifically about pageants, right?
Yeah, let's talk about that, yeah.
Okay. Firstly, like the advice that I would like to give Nick, it's that guys, if you want to do something, please start by investigating about that thing. Please start by looking for information. Like we have a lot of challenges, Nick, whereby you find that you are in something that is a scam.
Of course.
Yeah. Like now people are making money using people. You'll find a person saying there's Miss Butterfly. I mean, start asking yourself a question. Can a person call a pageant Miss Butterfly? What does Miss Butterfly mean? That's just an example. Exactly. So I normally advise people who, when you want to enter in a pageant, please find information about that pageant. Is there someone who have been in that pageant before? Such things. And I'll also advise people who they must know what type of a model do you want to be. That's very, very, very important. Because you'll come and say, I want to be a fashion model. Whereas, like, no, you don't fit there.
Yeah.
You fit in being a pageantry model.
Sure.
What else? Yeah, I think that's all. One thing, guys, passion, hard work, discipline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, like we said the first time, and responsibility. Last thing that I want to know from you personally is, I mean, we've been having the pandemic right now, so everybody's on lockdown, and here you are with your 3 titles.
Yeah.
I mean, these things require that you be outside, and so how were they conducted during lockdown?
Okay, firstly, we had a challenge because this pageant was supposed to be earlier, before October, earlier, I think around March, April.
Okay.
So after they announced the lockdown and everything, it was a mess because everyone had to go home and everything. Up until they announced level 1, right? So that's how we got an opportunity to host the event. But then, prevention measures were followed. Number 1, we didn't sell tickets like as usual years. No, there were limited tickets, meaning there were limited people for that event. Everyone was wearing the mask, the social distance.
So you made sure you adhered to all the regulations.
Yes.
Alright, no, that is beautiful. Anything you want to know before we close it off?
With the pageants, I often see someone come about, go through all the stages of the pageant, like the event as a whole, and then get to a point where they ask them questions and then they just lose it, like they just falls apart. They get all together all along, but then question time, goes up.
Fact. Like everyone, when you tell a person, I see potential in you, please do pageants. The person will tell you, okay, I can do them. But what will happen when it comes questions?
Of course.
So what we normally tell people, go to beauty pageants. It's not about beauty only. It's not about seeing this beauty, guys. It's beauty with brains. Meaning, if you are a model, actually, if you're a person, you must always have information. You must be have information about everything that is happening in the world currently, and and getting questions that they ask in beauty pageants. It's normally general questions. I don't think they can ask a question. No. There's no way. So what I normally do, guys, questions are very difficult. I know. I also know about myself, because they don't prepare you and tell you, we're going to tell you or tell us about yourself. No, it's just random questions from people you don't know and whatnot. So another advice that I will give, that I'm using most of the time, please listen to the question attentively. The problem is that people the question. They ask you a question, you know the answer, but because you didn't take your time, you don't relax, you answer the question wrong, right? So what I normally say, take your time. If you don't understand the question, please ask. They'll repeat the question for you. And there are some of the questions whereby it's difficult to answer. I'm lying. No, I'm not. I mean, they can ask you a question, how many cases are confirmed in South Africa? That's a question that it's broad, because the cases are not constant. But because you know the answer and if you rush, you won't answer the question easily. So what I'm trying to say, if you know the answer, if you don't know the answer, please try to answer what you know. I mean, if they ask a question the cases about COVID-19, I personally am the queen, but I don't know. But we know the cases are increasing daily. I mean, those are points that you can raise. What I'm trying to say, if the question is difficult, please try to answer what you know in a correct way.
What has been the most difficult question that you ever came across? That was thrown in. I thought we had a thing.
So far, I can say I had a difficult question, because my first question in my first pageant was, what were the most important things that you had to do through your preparations? I mean, that is about me.
About you, of course.
So
you can even lie, dude.
You can't.
I know. If you're asking about me and the things that I've been doing,
I normally say our questions about you. They're not difficult, and you can't lie. I mean, it's about you. You know yourself. So there's no question, and I don't think there'll be any. I mean,
super exciting. So yes, like she said, before answering any questions, and this goes to everybody, not just to the pageantry models, to everyone, anyway, even in job interviews, when you're asked a question, take that second, take a deep breath, breathe it in, absorb, digest that question, and then you answer. You don't just jump at it.
And if you don't understand, please ask. Ask.
It's always good to ask again. Otherwise, Alison, the people out there, they want to get a hold of you and maybe book you for that romantic thing. How do they go about that?
Okay, I have Facebook, I have Instagram, and I have Twitter. So on Facebook, you search Lebogang with a G, not an H.
Okay.
Lebogang Alison Mathe. And then on Instagram, it's Lebogang Alison. On Twitter, it's also Lebogang Alison Mathe.
Alright.
Yes.
Awesome stuff. Thank you very much for joining us for this lovely episode, for sharing that knowledge that you have.
Thank you for for blessing us with your beauty.
Ooh,
And
yes.
the bling.
And the bling. Guys, we had a royalty in the building today. It was not only Tim the King, we had a queen also. Yes. So yeah. Remember, catch us on the next episode. We release one every second week on the Fridays. So yes, make sure to not miss this one, the one after, or the one after.
And make sure to tell friends, man. Tell your friends to tell the friends to tell the other ones. Just keep telling. But then, it was lovely having Alison over and you guys. It was lovely having you guys over.
Yeah.
So make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Again, follow us on Instagram. We are on Instagram. We have 2 pages. There's my page, and there's a page. Podcast of listen and be happy. It's listen dot and be and then underscore heard. Right?
Yes. Listen dot nb underscore heard. That is the page. And then for me, it's Tim the King 14. You know how it goes. And then Tim the King underscore 14 for Twitter. Otherwise, yeah.
Peace out.